This gentleman has just crossed over from the Ivorian border into Ghana upon seeing our camera. He wants to find out why we're filming, describing himself as an Ivorian immigration officer. But Ghanaian police officers insisted on proof of his identity, after which he was instructed to return to his country.
We want to follow you there, also see.
That is the kind of vigilance exhibited at the main border here at Chache. But the story at the unapproved routes is completely different. Chache is a suburb of a Bole district in the newly created Savannah region. The western part of the district hosts Ghana's border with a neighbor which has endured a full-scale military conflict in 2011. That's Côte d'Ivoire. It is a farming community with about 2,000 peasant farmers and fisher folk, with which comes petty traders crossing to and fro the two countries every single day. This border is of high security and economic importance to Ghana, given that criminally minded people continue to exploit the violent past of Ivory Coast and significant business activities go on here every day. It seems to require much more attention. At least that was what the first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, did, establishing and deploying border guards who were housed in these quarters that look abandoned now and rotting away.
We are in the middle of Chache River, and Chache serves as the border between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. On my right is the Black River. It is a river, and the border draws its source from the Volta Lake, from the central Gonja, and it goes straight direct to the Bui Dam. Looking also beside my left is the Côte d'Ivoire. I started there, and also on the other side are the Ghana authority, Ghana police service who are also activity. Also have the immigration and then the self officials together with the police who are there to ensure that Ghana's security is intact. We don't have any artificial border here. It's a river that serves as such a border between Ghana and La Côte d'Ivoire.
It is a natural border with a river sourced from the White Volta extending to the Bui and Akonsombo dams. From this water source, Ivory Coast has built a system that distributes water to nearest Ivorian communities. But for the Ghanaian communities on this side, they did not have access to potable water even though they live by it. Lack of potable water is not the only problem here. Both residents and border officials posted here grapple with unmotorable roads and terrible communication networks on a daily basis.
For the management, we are having a lot of challenges because the river is not a man-made thing, and such things, flood normally occurs whenever there is heavy rain, like what happened just recently over the weekends. It rained for about almost 10 or 12 hours and all here was flooded. It wiped away a certain woman who sells around the boundary of the river. It wiped away her. About 5 tubers of yarn was washed away. And my headache mostly here is that we don't have life jackets. When the people are crossing, they don't wear life jackets. And previously, there happened to be some ground issues. That is the Ivorian part, not Ghana part. We have about 4 routes to Côte d'Ivoire from this place. It's not only Chache. 4 routes. Personals, we patrol. But our challenge is the road network. So they've been patrolling there most often. But because of the road network, sometimes they find it difficult to go around there.
That is Zonal NADMO Director for Chache, Afisata Abdullahi, with a list of the problems. In an emergency, persons will need to travel to Mandarin or Bole, the capital, before accessing network to make a phone call. Besides the main border here in Chache, there are 10 other unapproved routes in this small farming community, and they are patronized by hundreds of people, both Ghanaian and non-Ghanaian. Dollar Power is one of these unapproved routes. It is a hub for illegal mining, hence the name Dollar Power, and records of smuggling and other criminal activity here abound. In 2012, a military officer was shot and killed while escorting then DCE for the area, James Jeka, in Waka Waka, one of the communities here in Dollar Power. In 2014, some sub-chiefs were abducted by rebels from Cote d'Ivoire's rebels. This happened in Tuna in the Sola Tuna Kaba district in the then northern region of Ghana. Residents here are mostly a mix of Ivorian, Togolese and Ghanaians due to intermarriages and movement of people across the border.
There's free movement. We go there, they come here. You can travel there anytime, provided you meet. If you have a car, provided the pantu is working, then you can cross. But if it's not working, then you have to leave your car and go in the boat. If you can't speak French or Jula, then you are out. Only a few of them can speak our languages here, like the next village across, Vonkoro. Most of them have married from Ghana, so we can speak the Safalaba language easily. But they don't understand the Gonja language very well. I don't think even Vonkoro. Even the chief of Vonkoro is from Sonyo. The mother is from Sonyo. So that's why I'm saying that the intermarriages have made us, we cannot cut ourselves from them.
Mustafa Idrisu is a Ghanaian and has come to the border today to receive his aunt, who is now Ivorian. She's attending the funeral of Mustafa's brother. Here, people virtually live in both countries at the time, with their bedrooms in Ghana and their offices or farms in Cote d'Ivoire. I left the main border knowing the security personnel there were on high alert, but for the 10 unapproved routes here in Chache, they remain unguarded. Isaac Nongyat's report for Joy News.